Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good luck sleeping. You're watching PNT. I'm your host, bright-tailed and bushy-eyed. Be sure to stay tuned after our weekly News of the Weird for our monthly UFO review, where we present to you the most recent UFO reports gathered from across the globe. Up front this week, according to an article published by UPI, a library in Connecticut has finally gotten a book returned, which would not be out of the ordinary save for the fact that the book, a copy of W.O. Mitchell's Who Has Seen the Wind, was 52 years overdue. Checked out decades ago, the book was due on September the 29th, 1965. Returned recently with a small sticky note attached to the inside cover that read, "Returning this book to you after too many years. Sorry it has taken so long." The book was anonymously returned to the exterior book drop and is now on display at the library's local history room. From books to bulldogs, our next story is causing a viral sensation online. According to details of a story published by UPI, a horror movie-loving canine becomes so engrossed in cinematic nightmare that he attempts to warn and protect the on-screen characters. Footage of the courageous canine, uploaded to YouTube channel Elvis and Khaleesi, has rapidly become a viral sensation. For my part, were I trapped in some suspensefully scored but predictable horror movie trope where I'm about to explore a darkened closet for reasons that are vague at best and non-existent at worst, this is the sort of dog that I would want to warn me of my impending doom. What's that, boy? There's something in the... From imminent doom to imminent demise, our next story shows just how far some people will go to finish a job. According to the article published by the Huffington Post, a picture showing one gutsy Canadian dad has proven to be a viral sensation. The photo, snapped by Cecilia Wessels, depicts her husband resolutely mowing the lawn in the face of an impending tornado. Wessels, a resident of Three Hills, Alberta, was sleeping when she was awoken by her young daughter, who had spotted the twister and could not convince her father to come inside. Knowing greater firepower would be able to talk some sense into Dad, the plucky tot woke Mom. Cecilia stared in amazement at the scene, asking her husband if he was aware of the tornado looming in the distance and was going to come inside. Without missing a beat, the heroic home horticulturalist replied that he was keeping an eye on it. While the phenomenal photo appears to show Mr. Wessels swiftly approaching death, the twister was in fact much farther off than it appears. While there was some minor property damage due to the storm, there were no deaths or injuries, and reports state that the Wessels lawn is a truly well-trimmed masterpiece. If our faithful viewers are wondering as to the moral of this story, we at PNT can only tell you that the answer, my friends, is mowing in the wind. The answer is mowing in the wind. And now, PNT is pleased to bring you our monthly UFO review. Each month, PNT scours online reports and sifts through mountains of pure crap to bring you, our faithful viewers, only those cases we deem are strong enough to examine here. You're not going to see any computer-generated graphic overlays created and posted only to drive view counts. These are actual reports, photos, and videos taken by people like you from across the globe. Unlike other channels on YouTube who may prefer profit over proof, PNT strives to hold itself to a higher standard for the benefit of you, our faithful viewers. Our first report comes from Yosemite National Park in California. According to the report submitted to the MUFON database, on Tuesday, June 6th, the witness was taking video of Bridal Falls in Yosemite National Park. Not noticing the object in the resulting footage until later, the witness was startled to see a strange object streak across the top right corner of the scene.
Road there.
Bridal Falls.
Oh. There.
Bridal Falls.
Road there.
Bridal Falls.
Oh.
Is this an alien craft visiting a beloved American landmark? Is it a hoax? Or something entirely natural? Upon first viewing, PNT found the footage to be rather too good and suspected video manipulation, but upon further review and processing, believes that the object is of a solid nature. While the full-speed clip goes by almost faster than the eye can register, slowed down, one can see light reflecting off the surface of the object as it moves. If this is a hoax, then it shows a level of sophistication and thought that's beyond the usual. Occam's razor dictates that the most obvious solution is the correct one. So is this some sort of animal that we're seeing, caught for a moment by mistake? The witness herself indicates this might be a possibility, stating in the report that, "My suspicion is that it is a bird at just the right angle and speed to look suspicious." PNT lauds the witness for this observation and, upon extensive review of the footage, agrees with her assessment. While we cannot conclusively prove that it is a bird, neither can we prove that it is an alien craft. The difference lies in our pursuit of the details and in our perceptions. We included this footage today because it is an excellent example of the observer effect. While our minds like to leap immediately to the more interesting extraterrestrial origin, this case is one for the birds. Our second case takes us to the other side of the United States, to Yonkers, New York. According to the report submitted to the MUFON database, at roughly midnight on Tuesday, June 6th, the witness was closing up his house for the night when he spied a cluster of 5 orange lights in the nearby sky. After watching the strange orbs move about for a few moments, the witness realized that more objects were coming into view. Running inside, he quickly grabbed his cell phone to snap photos and video. The witness states that as he filmed, the lights moved across the sky and through a clearing between the nearby trees. In the following footage, one can see the orbs flicker as they move through the gaps in the forest. After filming the previous footage, the witness then ran inside, waking his wife up to see the strange lights. As amazed at the strange sight as he was, they began to both film the objects from opposite sides of the house. Unfortunately, the witness's report is scanty on details, and the witness does not elaborate as to whether or not the included footage is taken from both perspectives, or only one. As to the nature of the objects, PNT must confess that we have never seen anything quite like them. They are most definitely not atmospheric phenomenon, and appear to be moving under their own power, rapidly and without any apparent noise. The presence of the moon in the footage provides a reference point for comparison, but due to the darkened nature of the footage, and the lack of clear foreground reference points, we are unable to estimate the possible size of the craft. We are also puzzled by the appearance of the white or blue-colored orbs that appear to trail behind their crimson companions. Clearly, something strange was moving through the woods of Yonkers, New York last Tuesday evening. Who, or what it was, PNT cannot say. We will definitely be looking for more details on this case and will cover them as events develop. Saving the best for last, our final case takes us back to California, but not quite to the ground, more like 30,000 feet over it. According to the MUFON report, on October 1st, 2016, the witness was on a Spirit Airlines flight from Baltimore to Los Angeles when he noticed 3 very bright lights hovering outside the plane, keeping pace just off the right wingtip. Quickly grabbing his cell phone, the witness managed to record the following video, which speaks for itself. PNT must warn our viewers that the following clip does contain strong language.
Okay. If you don't believe, then you can kiss my ass, because there's a fucking spaceship right there. It's not, look at that. Look. It's even brighter in person.
While PNT was initially skeptical of this footage, feeling, like the Yosemite piece, that it was just a little too good, upon examination we find that there are several factors that speak in favor of its authenticity. First, the footage shows a very clearly defined set of lights outside the plane, lacking any halo or smudge effect that a reflection of interior lights would provide. The reflection theory is further ruled out as the witness moves the camera from side to side before zooming out to show the entirety of the plane window. Had this been a reflection of lights from the inside of the plane, they would not have remained centered in the camera's frame but moved to the right or left of the window as the reflection slid along the surface of the glass in keeping with the movement. This exact effect is clearly demonstrated by the movement of the particles on the surface of the window. Were this a reflection, the lights would not be obscured by the streaks and smears on the plane window. PNT lauds the witness for having the presence of mind to zoom out to include the window and interior wall of the plane itself. Further reference is provided by the clear view of the engine housing. Taken together, it becomes clear that whatever it was that the witness recorded, it was outside of the plane, a physical object, at the same altitude, and at least several thousand feet away. The excited and incredulous commentary of the passengers adds another layer of veracity to this remarkable report. PNT would dearly love to know if any other passengers of this flight also recorded the phenomenon. Any additional videos or photos of this object would provide valuable information about this daytime sighting of a most unusual object. As always, if you or anyone you know has information on this or any other of our cases, please contact PNT at the links below or on our Facebook page. We welcome our viewers' videos and stories of any paranormal encounters you may have had, no matter how small. Feel free to add your thoughts on the episode or suggestions for future episodes in the comments section below. We thank you for watching and ask that you click like, share, and subscribe below. I'm your host, reminding you to keep an open mind, because a closed one shuts out the truth.